internet is not good. My internet is not the best, so I may have to turn off my video. But is it better now?
Yeah, you're audible, sir.
Great. So
Um,
sorry, I have to turn off my video
Mr.
because
Ali,
my internet is not very strong. So apologies. Uh, so we can start now. Yes. Any comment?
yeah. Hello, please, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to change this account.
Yes.
This is our office account, and rather join with my personal account.
No problem. Once you rejoin, just raise your hand. The panel, you'll be promoted. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Just raise your hand once you join.
All right.
Okay, good. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to our opening night for our executive training program. As I did indicate, I have to unfortunately turn off my video because I'm at a place where my internet is not very stable, and I would plead you forgive me if I share my video. I may likely lose my connectivity. So it's always a practice that we do at Aspire that for the start of any of our programs, we normally have what we call an an opening night, where we actually have an interaction with all our prospective students, specifically for the particular program, so that we are able to exchange ideas and brainstorm on the way forward regarding the program. Our executive training program has been running for the past 4 years now. We've run it almost every year. Currently, we do that 3 times a year in March, July, and November. And this is our first session for the year. And it seems to going to be an exciting session because our team is ready. So on the call, I have Emmanuel. Emmanuel is in charge of our practical accounting training. We also have Michael. Michael is in charge of our financial modeling training. And then we also have the team from DNI who are responsible for our trainee audit associate program. So it's a whole team. I may not be here for the whole session, but I'm supposed to lead the discussion and moderate it, but I'm joined with my colleagues, Emmanuel, as I indicated, in charge of practical accounting, Michael in charge of financial modeling, and the team from DNI, Class A audit firm in Ghana, who are responsible for our audit trainee associate program. So in order not to waste time, let me start with run you through our program. So for this session, we'll be running the first training program, which is financial modeling. So our financial modeling training is basically a training which we use Excel, advanced Excel skills, where these skills are going to help you to advance in the area of financial modeling, where these skills will assist you, advanced Excel skills will assist you to be able to create dashboards and templates in the area of preparing financial reports, as well as budgeting, performance measurement, project management, forensic accounting. All these are, I would tell you the fact, are built on Excel. Financial modeling is using advanced Excel skills to be able to create dashboards that are very important for management decision making. So basically, that is what we mean by financial modeling for accountants. As an accountant, your Excel is your next major skill. Ability to analyze or run through various models or create dashboards for the sake of decision making and for the sake of speed and efficiency is a non-negotiable skill. And that is why for the past 4 years, we have dedicated to train accountants in the area of using advanced Excel skills in creating dashboards or models or templates for the purpose of preparing financial statement, budgeting, performance measurement, project management, as well as other specific areas where you may want to apply them, like as we indicated there, in the area of maybe carrying out forensic accounting. I believe it's clear. So Obviously, these skills are normally imbibed by chartered accountant. The team is made up of Michael handling financial modeling. So Michael is a chartered accountant for many years and has the requisite skills to guide you in the area of advanced financial modeling, where you can use Excel skills to model various dashboards and templates. So Michael will be speaking very soon, but I want to talk about the other training before he comes in. So the next other training program we have is the practical accounting proficiency. So over the years also, we've been training or providing training on the use of various accounting softwares. We've had training on the use of various softwares like SAP, like Tally, or so many of them. But what we've identified is that anytime we're running this training, we run them on specific packages. And that makes it complex because students or participants' demand keep changing. Some will want Tally, some will want Sage, some will want other solutions. And we've realized that no, why wouldn't we get a solution or an ERP solution that answers all questions? And that is what gave us the idea in developing the practical accounting proficiency course. So this course actually is a training specifically on the use of an ERP software. And this software is quite, I would tell you, unique because it has the features that helps you to navigate any ERP software after this training. That is the kind of expectation we have for this training. So no matter the accounting solution or package you have, the idea behind this training is to give you the skill to navigate any accounting package that you could find yourself using in future or currently using. And this is a solution we have specifically put together to assist in this area of training you specifically to use an accounting package, which normally we call the ERP. Very encompassing, and I can tell you this will be delivered by Emmanuel. Emmanuel is also a chartered accountant of many years, and I can tell you he's been our facilitator for practical accounting, and I can tell you participants are always excited to have him run this course. So our last course is the Trainee Audit Associate course. We've realized that after we are done with most of our trainings, we realize that no, there's a gap also to complete here because there's a need to also know how to use accounting packages in the area of auditing. I believe you hear me right, because sometimes we have a good skill in auditing, understanding what auditing is about, but how are you able to use accounting packages, specifically the what's the name? The package where you are able to use an accounting software to conduct an audit and helping you to understand from a practical point of view how to use accounting software an auditing software to conduct an audit. And this clearly is a very key requirement for those of you who may eventually find yourself going into your own practice or working with an audit firm. This is a non-negotiable skill because once you have this training to be able to use an accounting software an auditing software, which clearly is a non-negotiable requirement in order to be an associate in an audit firm, and having a training that exposes you to how to apply all the international standards on auditing, going through the process of planning, to the process of execution, to the process of reporting, going through all that rudiment, but going through it with the mindset of how do we do this using an auditing software. So that is the whole essence of this. And this is to be done practically. And obviously we have a Class A firm, DNI, who are our partners in this regard to run us through this particular training. And the manager with DNI, Francis, is on the call, who will be guiding us through what this whole training is all about. And I can tell you, this training, we provide practical aspect of it, where we provide an on-field, what do you call it, training, where after the training, you are given the opportunity to visit DNI office in Accra for an on-field practical exposure to the auditing technique, which is very key because most times the practicality is very essential. You may have gone through the training, but how does this work in practice? And for the audit trainee program, we normally have a package where per the agreement we have with DNI, you are able to go to DNI and have an on-field experience in running an audit from the beginning to the end. You will be taken through the whole process, taking through all the files that you need to put together in order to embark on an audit from planning to execution to reporting. I believe it's clear. So basically that is it. That's the whole essence of all these training programs. So as I did indicated, we have 3 of them. The first being the financial modeling for accountants. The second being the practical accounting proficiency course. And the third being the audit trainee or the trainee audit associate course. So all these training programs comes with relevant course materials and certificates, and obviously access to the videos after the session. Since it's an online program, you have automatic access to the videos after the class to assist you with further revision, which is very important, obviously. And going into the future, what we normally do is that
Yeah. So as Ali was saying, we have some facilitators or the facilitator that are going to have take us through these courses on the call. Let me introduce to you, first of all, Emmanuel Tenge, who will be handling practical accounting. Emmanuel, can you introduce yourself, and then let's take it from your side.
Okay, Michael, thank you for the audience. As Michael mentioned, and as Eli also mentioned earlier, I'll be in charge of practical accounting, and my name is Emmanuel Tenge. I'm a chartered accountant as well, and I'm also chartered in financial modeling, as I hold the advanced financial modeling certification now. I've been practicing accounting for several years, so practical accounting is to enable me transition you from theory into practice, okay, while using technology to aid that. Okay, so we'll be looking at how to handle tax issues when it comes to ERPs, that's the accounting softwares. Okay, so how do you configure your ledgers? You know, how do you set up your system in a way that, you know, makes your controls work efficiently for you to also be able to generate accurate reports. Okay, so for that, we'll be using a system that gives you all the knowledge, the skills, and the complexities that any accounting software can, you know, present to you. So this system, once you understand it, you'll be able to understand any other system that, you know, you'll be faced with when you begin your journey of practicing accounting. Okay, because it has almost every feature that the small softwares and the big software like SAP, you know, have. Okay, so we'll acquaint you with that. will give you access for you to practice and understand how it works very well. Okay, because you can't be a good accountant in this era with AI and softwares, apps, and stuff without knowing the digital aspect of accounting. So we focus a lot on that. We'll also take you through the tax landscape in Ghana, okay, and how that impacts you as an accountant and how that impacts the financial statements. Okay, so we'll look at various taxes, VAT, corporate income tax, withholding tax, the levies, name them. Okay, so I will take my time to enlighten you on that, the various tax types, for you to ask all your questions and the complexities around all of that. We'll discuss also the accounting standards, okay? The key ones and how you can put them into practice, specifically through accounting system. How do the standards play out? We'll look at that as well. We'll discuss extensively internal controls. As a good accountant, you need to understand internal controls and how you put controls to prevent errors, misrepresentations, and fraud, right? So it's very necessary. So we look at internal control and how that impacts your job as a professional accountant. Okay. If time permits, we'll look at payroll processing, focusing on Ghana, right? How does the payroll work? What are the various requirements? How do you do payroll tax and all of that, we'll also look at bank reconciliation from the system point of view. Okay, how can you use technologies to aid your bank reconciliation? Okay, now every system has that kind of function. Okay, so you need to understand how that works, how you do your bank reconciliation using the system or an accounting software. Okay, and also we'll look at how you can incorporate budgeting into your accounting system or your accounting function, okay, to help you prepare better management accounts. Okay, we also look at data security is important. Okay, now everything is in the cloud, hacking and all of that. So as an accountant, accounting depends heavily on data. Okay, it depends heavily on data. So we have to look at how do you safeguard your data. So data security from an ERP point of view is also key. Okay, so we'll look at how we back up, and also the ultimate, how you prepare for audits, okay, through the accounting system and what are the things or the checklists you need to have when an audit is coming up or you are being audited, right? So aside all of this, we also, through the practical accounting proficiency, address your questions, your need, okay, in terms of accounting and its related, issues. So whatever your need is, whatever challenge you are facing currently in your work, you can bring it and then we'll together find solutions to them, right? For the practical accounting and even other courses, once you join, it becomes like a go-to group or page or class for all your technical issues. So it doesn't end when the training ends. Okay, we make available the videos to you where you can listen to them later, refer to them where necessary. Okay, so you'll be able to continuously learning from them. Okay, you also have option to join subsequent sessions if possible. Okay, so because we keep updating, adding new things to make it much more comprehensive and better. So once you sign up, you join for the first session, the next session you can join as well without any additional fees. Okay, also we maintain a group where you can reach out, ask questions about any issues pertaining accounting, tax, payroll, or whatever it is that bothers you. And once, if possible, your issues will be solved or addressed, or will share perspective that help you solve your accounting related issues. Okay, so basically that is what practical accounting proficiency seeks to, your accounting journey just doesn't end with the qualification. Okay, you should push it further as an accountant. Even if your current role doesn't offer you the opportunity to put your accounting skills into full use, I would say every chartered accountant or professional accountant is an entrepreneur. Okay, so through this practical accounting, you can understand how you can put your skills into use by earning some income. You can help small businesses prepare accounts, do their taxes, once you go through this course very well. So it is a course that, equips you to become your own entrepreneur, right? It equips you to be able to what? Generate extra income, even if you don't practice accounting actively in your current role. So I encourage all of you to consider practical accounting proficiency in addition to other modules, because the way it is designed, the modules don't conflict, so they happen different times. So you can even do the three, and then you will not have any issues of conflicting classes, because they are all held on separate time or days. Okay, so as you are considering other training modules, I'll encourage you to add practical accounting course to it as well. Okay, that will go a long way to help you with your job, with your company if you own your own company, or be able to earn extra income knowing how to prepare account, how to do taxes, and how to handle accounting related issues when they occur. Thank you. I'm sure at the end of it, there'll be questions, and I'll be here to address all your questions. Michael, over to you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We just heard from Emmanuel, who is handling the practical accounting proficiency course. Francis from DNI, let me know if you are ready for us. Great.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael, and good evening to everyone. I hope you can hear me clearly. Yeah, my name is Francis Togbo, and I'm a manager at Dion Enoid International. So DNI is a network of firms. We are located in about 7 countries, including one in the UK. So you can see us in Liberia, in Nigeria, in Guinea, Ghana, in Togo. So about 7 countries. So what we do at DNI is we are into audit, tax, advisory, and HR services. So we have various departments that are responsible for each of these services that we provide to our clients. And we've been partnering with ASPA on this executive training for the Training Audit Associate, I believe for the past 3 to 4 years. And I believe this training has been very helpful for those who have been able to participate throughout this program. And as mentioned earlier, anyone who joins has the opportunity to freely join the subsequent sessions that will be held throughout the year. So what this training usually focuses on, it focuses on helping both accountants and non-accountants to understand what the audit program entails. So when people usually experience auditors in their vicinity, so sometimes in other trainings, you had people who were managers, who were sometimes administrators, who needed to understand what the entire purpose of being audited, and also to really appreciate the value of the audit that comes to the organization. Then on the other hand, you also have the auditors themselves, or accountants, or people who are interested in pursuing the audit profession. That's the practical audit profession. after maybe completing a lot of courses on how to perform an audit, so the theory part. So this is a practical part, and the main focus is using the auditing software we call the PICAT, which is a private company audit tool, and is an online software which is developed by the Corona Eye. It's a UK-based organization. Basically, at the end or throughout this training, we tend to focus on various key models, which includes the understanding of the historical aspects of the financial statement, okay, what we know as a historical financial statement. We try to indulge our people to understand the need for professional skepticism, objectivity, and independence. Why do you need to be independent as auditors? We'll even look at examples. Currently, the Institute of Chartered Accountants has been very firm in discharging punitive measures to those who flaunt the ethical requirement of the audit profession. And if you follow the circulars, you realize that a lot of firms, about 3 or 4 firms, have been punished or penalized throughout this last year, this year. So we are going to take you through the ethical reasons why you need to properly perform audit using the PICAS tool for you to understand the need of having a very robust and very complete working paper, why you need to have something like a current file and a payment file, what are the differences. And earlier my colleague mentioned something about internal controls. What do internal controls play, and what are the roles of internal controls when it comes to auditing? And how can we place professional reliance on internal controls? Because during audit, you realize that internal controls play a lot or a major role when it comes to audit. We also look at areas of risk, what is materiality, and currently materiality plays a lot of role when it comes to the audit standards as well. We'll be looking at the standard that we use as auditors as well, whilst the accountants will be using usually their general purpose or special purpose accounting framework, like the general purpose being the IFRS, the IFRS, so on and so forth. And a lot of times when it comes to the NGO side, they use the special purpose financial framework. So as an auditor, how can you issue opinions? Okay, whether you are going to apply the ISA 700 or ISA 800, in what cases would you be applying those opinions? And what is substantive testing? All right, we'll be looking at all these models, all these areas for you to understand and truly appreciate the rigorous process that entails auditing. So what I'll say is I will encourage you to tell your colleagues and other friends who are yet to hear of this various executive training programs that are being executed or being offered by ASPA and in collaboration with DNI and other partners, that they should join. The training is kicking off this Saturday. So it's a very eye-opening, it's very interactive, and it's very educative. You have a lot of colleagues who are also in the professional scale to draw ideas and to learn from each other, and overall and enriching each and everyone's experience and knowledge when it comes to accounting and financial applications. All right. So I say thank you, and then I hope you enjoy the rest of the sessions. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Francis. All right. So as many of you may know, I'm Michael. Michael Numo is my name. I'm actually the head of IT here at ASPA. I also work as a full-time accountant, the financial controller for the DevTraco group. I'll be handling the financial modeling for accountants course. And as we all may know, Excel is a tool that a lot of people may ignore. However, once you know your way around Excel, you may become a go-to person in your organization. We are all aware of how data manipulation can easily be done with Excel. Most of us who use systems in our workplaces sort of rely on Excel in one way or the other for our reporting. So in this course, I will be excited to drive you through all the things that we will need in Excel to make us from basic users to advanced users. At least you can be the go-to person in your organization. My class is usually a hands-on approach. We solve real cases. We sometimes, or most often than not, make time to see the challenges that individuals may have in their workplaces when we have time. We apply how the situation will be solved using Excel as an alternative tool. And once you are done with this, you should be in a good place to give out your reports in Excel if that's the only tool available to you. And you should also be able to prepare certain financial models, i.e. Your sales reports, your dashboards, your simple financial dashboards that can communicate your accounting reports to your stakeholders. As we are aware, most people don't like our accounting reports because they are figure driven. So once people see a lot of figures, they start panicking. Now, we've got to realize that the way around that is actually giving visual representation to our figures rather than presenting them as figures. We present them as diagrams. So as part of this course, we should be able to design from basic to mid-level or complex financial dashboards. And if you get someone's dashboard after my course, you should be able to break it down to find out how it was made, and you should be able to replicate that. So we'll start on Saturday. My class is usually on Saturday, and I'm glad to be meeting you on Saturday. At this point, I think is Ellie able to join, or he's still not on? I think we still don't have Ellie, but then I'll open the floor for us to be able to ask questions. If you have any questions, kindly raise your hand. I kindly coordinate that for me. And those who can't raise their hands, you can put your questions in the chat, the question and answer box. We can hear you. Okay, this were the early days when Ellie. Please, are you the Emmanuel Tenga I know from Field Engineering Basic School in Teshi? I don't think he's the one. I know Emmanuel very well. He has nothing to do in Teshi. Okay, so are we required to download or purchase the software? No, the software is it's a web-based system. We already acquired it as a SPA. And once we create a user for you, you have that user and the software is available for you for use. You just need a web browser. Please, can you register for 2 courses? Yes, you can register for more than 2 courses because each course is held at a different time. Practical accounting is usually on Sundays. Trainee audits is, I think, midday-ish on Saturday. And then the Excel for financial accounting, for financial accountants is on Saturday mornings. So yes, you can do more than 1 program. What time is the accounting class? The accounting class, Emmanuel, Sunday, what time is your class? Is Emmanuel here? You are muted if you are speaking. Emmanuel, if you are speaking, you are muted. Probably internet challenges. Do we have some hands up? Ike, can you coordinate that for me, please?
Yes, we have Jemima.
Okay, Jemima, kindly go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I want to know if there is any leadership training aside the trainings mentioned.
Ellie would have been the right person to speak to this. I don't know if he has been able to join the call. He mentioned that his internet was a bit bad, but I know he has some programs. Ike, do we have the brochure? Because there are some programs we do for corporate entities. These three are what we do for our students in-house at ASPA, though we are able to extend it to corporate entities as well. We have a list of Ike, can you kindly search for that brochure? Let me have
Okay,
it.
I will display
And
it
then,
shortly.
yes, and let's see if what she's looking for is available in there. Rebecca, I think your hand is up. If Rebecca is not ready, Bernice Betty, you can speak.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Rebecca.
Please, I registered for the practical accounting, but I
Okay.
wanted to find out if there's any Excel involved in it, like how to prepare accounts, maybe if the institution is not having a software.
So practical accounting is basically using a system, a particular software. However, the knowledge you are going to get in that software can be replicated in every other system. If you are looking to use Excel to prepare financial accounts, you may have to register for the practical accounting for Excel for practical accountants. Let me get the name right. Financial modeling for accountants course. That should be what you should register for. I think you can still reach out to the secretary and have a switch if that is what you intended to register for, but mistakenly or unknowingly registered for another program.
Okay, but if I should understand, does it mean that the practical accounting is just basically on the software usage?
Okay, so we all know that accounting is done with record keeping. And how do you keep your records? It's mainly through systems. Okay. There are concepts that you've learned as an accountant in trying to qualify as an accountant, right? Now, its practicality is what we are going to do. So as Emmanuel explained, we are going to take all the IFRSs. We are going to see how taxes are going to impact your accounting on a day-to-day basis. You are going to learn how to set up your financial account. So for example, if I call you today and say I have a zero starting company, I've just registered a company and I need you to be the accountant of the company. You need to be able to know how to set up the entity, okay? i.e. creating your chart of accounts, linking the right ledgers into wherever you have to link them before you even start making payments and receipts and all that. So yes, that's what the practical accounting wants to do, or it's meant to do, yes.
Okay, thank you. Because I've gotten a contract, but they don't have any software. So
yes, so as Emmanuel mentioned, once we create you in that system, okay, it's available for you to use. You can use it for yourself. Okay. So if that's what you are looking at, yes, that is also workable.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Emmanuel Agbala. Did I get the name correct? All right. You have the, kindly scroll through. Let's see. Okay, corporate finance and strategy, accounting finance for executives, practical accounting, IFRS complete. Okay. I think corporate finance and strategy may have something leadership in there. So I think, what was it, Gloria? No, I've forgotten the name. Rebecca, right? Okay.
Regina.
Regina. Okay, all right. I think we still have a few hands up. Ike, if you could coordinate that
we
for
have
me.
Emmanuel. And then we have
thank you very much. Good evening, and
Good evening.
thank you very much for the presentation. Please, two questions. We're given the outline for the courses, and I want
Yeah.
to find out. I listened to your presentation on and what we should expect in the
Okay.
training. I
Okay.
want to ask: are we going to cover every item that as we have on the brochure? Because some of the topics are so relevant to us that is what motivated us to join. For example, when
Okay.
the facilitator to take us through the accounting was practical accounting was speaking, I saw there's a budget and there's a budget variance analysis, for instance, was not mentioned. So I don't know. That's why I'm asking that. Are we going to treat every topic as we see on, or there will be some selected topics for us to look at? That is the
Okay.
first question. Then the second
So,
one is,
okay. Go ahead, please, Emmanuel.
Okay.
okay, so from the last speaker who mentioned of the software, and then you says it will be available to us. I want to ask, are we supposed to pay anything, or when we use after some time, are we supposed to renew? What? Just want to find out. Is there any financial commitment? Thank you.
Okay. Let me answer the last one first. So once you are created as a user in the system, you own that system. Okay. We are not deleting you after a period of time. It's actually supposed to let you acquaint yourself with whatever you have to do within the system. So that account is yours. And there is no financial commitment to it apart from the tuition fee you are paying for the program. Now, to your first question. So we have subject synopsis. So for example, if you are going to do an MBA, you are made aware that by the end of the MBA, these are the things you expected to be able to do, right? And within your 2 years MBA, you are supposed to have done subjects or topics within those synopses to enable you meet the targets that has been set. In the best of my knowledge, in my class, I've been able to go through everything that is linked to all those headings that you see. Okay. So once you are done with the class, you should be able to do this. You should be able to do that. You should be able to do this. However, it's not like we are. It's not like we are.
It was
Hi, someone is. Can you mute Rebecca for me?
Yeah, I've taken care of that, sir.
Okay, thank you. So it's not like when we start the class, we are going to take the flyer and say, okay, budget and budgetary control. Let's do that. I don't know if you get me. However, you are going to go through a series of topics. And by the end of that, you should be able to use that to do this.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
That is fine. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. There are other hands up. Betty, Christopher.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, Betty. Good evening.
If you could allow me address the practical accounting side a little bit on the topic.
Please go ahead. Betty, please hold on for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So my good friend who asked the question on that, usually practical accounting, because of how, how do I say, cumbersome it is, we try to do extra hours than the normal. So usually after the first week, we do weekly meetings, weekday meetings, and also weekend to be able to cover a lot. Sometimes time does not permit us to cover everything into detail, but we try to cover at least about 90%. So usually practical accounting, our session doesn't end within 1 month. Sometimes we do 1 month plus 2 weeks or 1 week, if the participants are open to it, to extend the training duration a bit, because there's so much to cover. Usually people will ask questions, and we need that as well. But we try our best to cover almost everything. Okay. So it depends on how fast the training goes, what the issues are, what clarification people need, and that can dictate the pace of the training and how many topics we can cover before the end of it. But this session, each section we become more efficient, you know, and we cover more and more. So I'm hoping this session will do 100%, so that everything you see there, we'll be able to cover that. Thank you. Michael, thank you.
All right, Emmanuel, thank you. Betty, you can go ahead.
Okay, sir, please, I just wanted to know if certificates will be awarded after the course.
Yes, we award digital certificates. So probably if you check LinkedIn, you will realize that in the last session, most of our students actually shared their digital certificates as part of their achievements in participating in the program. So yes, we do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Christopher, Jemima, Dasa, Solomon, Titi.
Hello, sir.
Jemima, go ahead.
Yeah, please, I'm interested in the training displayed. I want to know how to register, because when I go to the ASPA app, I don't see this type of.
I understand you.
So I want to know how
in the
I
ASPA
can
app,
register for this.
we have only these 3 programs, which is what we are talking about today. But if you are interested in any of these programs, just reach out to the secretary. These are done for institutions, not for individuals.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So if your institution is actually interested in having any of these done for, let's say, the employees at your workplace, because we need a minimum number of people to be able to do it for an institution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you reach out to the secretary, we can have that arrangement done for you.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Dasa Steven.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Please, I just want to know the time for the financial modeling program.
It's
financial
7:30 on Saturday.
7:30 in the evening?
No, in the morning on Saturday.
Okay.
You finish it and you can go and chill if you are not doing any other course.
And how many hours are we doing?
We usually close by 11:30 because I think the audit class is at 12:30.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Christopher.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I came late. I wanted to know about the SIMA program.
The SIMA program?
Yes.
You know something? Let us hold on with the SIMA program for now. Send me or Ellie a hi after the course, and we will send you the details of the SIMA program. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right. Solomon, your hand is up.
Yes, I want to find out.
Yeah.
If we will still have access to the software, I mean the practical accounting after the session.
Yes, you have access to it. The account is yours after the program. I think I have Richard Owusu and then John Paul.
Yes, please, good evening. And I want to ask the day and the time for the practical accounting.
All right. So practical accounting is on Sunday. Emmanuel, is it 12 or 1?
Yes,
Emmanuel.
it's on Sunday from 1:30 to 4:30. So 3 hours. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sunday, 1:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
Very well. Thank you.
I think we have Samuel and then Abdul. We'll round up with those 2 questions. Our meeting has extended before the time. If you have any other questions, either type them in the chat or reach out to the secretary. Abdul, go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Please, I actually joined late, but I'm interested in training of teacher. Actually, I'm always interested.
Okay.
Some of us, we work with organizations, so I wanted to see if we can get access to the advert, like what's displayed on the screen now, something like that, so that I can use it to make a request so that it will be maybe
reach out to the secretary on any page or any ASPA admin on any of the ASPA pages. Someone will forward it to you.
Secondly, I want to find out because of our location, when you do, if they approve it, in that you have to retire it or getting receipts and all those. I want to see how is it possible.
So the receipts can be, we can send you a virtual receipt.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that for you. You're welcome. I'll take the last one from Samuel Yedu.
Hello.
Hi, Samuel.
Yes, please, I want to find out if there is any discount for anyone who wants to enroll in all the 3 modules.
So there's a discount, but you have to do it in the system. So automatically, I think the system slaps a 10% discount. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think once you register within the app.
Yes.
And so it's only when you are registering for all 3 at the same time, that's where you get a discount.
Yes,
so if you register it individually, you are not going to get a discount. It's like when you enter a shop and they say buy 3 and get a discount, and you decide to enter the shop 3 times. You have not bought 3. I don't know if you get me.
Yes,
so once you select all the 3 courses, the system automatically slaps a discount on it for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you all for joining this session. We are delighted to be able to take you through this training over this period. And then once we are done with the training, we expect that it will impact your lives in all the aspects where you are working. Okay, your work life should be impacted by this training. We'll see you on Saturday for the first session, and then we'll take it from there. If you have any questions, you can actually reach out to anyone, any of the admin on the pages, and then we'll sort you out. I'll see you all on Saturday. Thank you.
Focus.
Thank you.